Welcome everybody to A Cup of Tea with A plus C. I'm here with A plus C's founder, Dan Richards, and we're going to do a little deep dive for the first one today, Dan.
It's the very first one, isn't it?
It is the first one. How are you feeling about it?
Yeah, good. I know we do a lot of vlogs and posts on Instagram, but I think it's quite nice just to sit down, have a chat over a cup of tea. What have you gone for tea-wise today?
Builders. I always go for builders. We don't have PG tips in the studio, but that is my preferred maximum percolation bag.
We're a strong Yorkshire lot here.
Is that what it is? You might have converted me.
Strong Yorkshire. Yeah, sorry, it's kind of stayed. So yeah, I do apologise.
Don't apologise, it's delicious and nutritious. And what have you gone for? Regular builders?
Regular builders, splash of milk, no sugar.
No sugars? No sugars for Dan?
Yeah.
There's a lot of different. Do you know what? That's the thing. I've just started working back in an office, and getting used to everybody's tea orders is quite the thing.
It is. We have tried different tea boards up in the studio with people's requirements, but I can really fleet between. Like, I'm a strong peppermint man.
Oh, you like a peppermint in the morning.
But if I'm trying to be super healthy, I can also switch to green tea as well. And there's lots of Earl Greys at the moment. That's infiltrated over the last 6 months. Yeah. And then there's lots of bagging, milk, no milk. It's all very confusing.
It is confusing, but I've got there. And I think that's, the sign of a good team is when you know their tea. Right.
So what are we talking about today?
Today, I want to know what's been going on in the studio this week. What are you working on? What are you working on?
So I think it's safe to say we've got a brick production in, so we're animating lots and lots of bricks. I think that's probably what we're...
Well, not house building bricks, Lego bricks.
I think, I'm going to say bricks. I think probably contractually we're allowed to say we're making bricks.
Okay, fine.
Brick films. We've got 2 animators working across a number of different sets, so that's lots of fun. We've got like a probe lens, which is absolutely perfect for shooting smaller stop motion productions. We've got that's going through at the moment, and then last week our BBC spot that we did with BBC Creative, which was such a fun one. As an animation director, I probably do one shoot a year which has got real people in.
Right, yeah.
I'm much more comfortable working with puppets. So that's on our website. But yeah, we're launching the new newscast season with the guys. Really, really fun shoot up in London.
How long did that take to shoot?
We had a set build day up in London at Holborn Studios, and then we did 1 day filming up in London with the team at the BBC, and then we brought everyone back down to Margate, which is where we're based, which is on the coast in the UK, and we did 3 days worth of filming, 2 stop motion days and an additional live action day where we've got some other actors. But it's always weird when I'm working with actors because, like, in stop motion, it's such a slow process. But I think more and more at the moment, there's lots of mixed media productions. Yeah. Live action, stop motion, 2D, like people are doing some amazing stuff out there. So when we get the opportunity to pitch on a bit of mixed media, it's great that we get to do it here, and we get to go out of our animation cave and go to London.
Live people, real human beings.
Yeah, so that was fun. So that's gone live this week, so that's been nice. Everyone seems happy with that, which is the aim of the game.
Yeah.
So so that's just gone live.
So Dan, how did A plus C start? This is a big question, but this is all your baby.
Yeah, it's a question I get asked a lot. Obviously, being lucky enough to run a creative business, it's something that always we get asked. And at the moment, something else we get onto over the next few weeks is, we're trying to look at increasing the capacity here at the studio and move into potentially a bigger space to do that. This was never planned. I never went and did a business degree. I never planned to set up a studio. And I think that's probably how a lot of this kind of stuff, it kind of happens by accident. I worked down in Bristol, and once that finished, there was no work. So it kind of then just snowballed.
You trained at Bristol for a bit?
Yeah, I trained at it used to be called the Bristol School of Animation. It was Aardman's training. It was Aardman's training programme for animators. And then I was lucky enough to go and work on Cursor Ware Rabbit, but within the model team. And then after that, there was nothing that I could get onto. So I came home and I made my own film. And I didn't have any cameras or computers, and I feel like that's a real problem for a lot of people out there wanting to do animation. I didn't have any equipment, so knocked on the door at Canterbury Christchurch and said, I haven't got any equipment, can I borrow your equipment? Can I borrow the space? And by the way, if your students want to help us out, that'd be amazing as well. So the university, for like insurance reasons, they then invented a role for me, which was animator in residence, which meant I could use all of the kit, the students could jump on board and work on the production. And then I made a film. It was a 10-minute short film called The Wimble Boy. That went round to film festivals around the world. And then I got a bit of local press. And then local schools started to get in touch with us and said, could you come do an animation film with our students?
Yeah.
And I said, if you're going to pay me, that'd be amazing. And then in the end, me and eventually Stuart, who was the first employee at the company, we went and made 400 films with, schools, primary and secondary in the UK. We worked with young unaccompanied asylum seekers, people that are homeschooled. We worked with a real wide range of young people making incredible films that won lots of awards at festivals and stuff. And then off the back of that, we've gradually people actually started coming to us and said, would you make a film for us? And we got back into producing animation. But
you're incredibly passionate though. And when I first started, I was showing a little induction video and I couldn't believe, I've known Dan for a long time, but I couldn't believe the beginnings of it. And actually, we all have to slog it out for a fair few years, but there's going around all the schools and what you created with those kids. And actually, even now, you've got people working for you who you met doing those projects.
Yeah, Billy, yeah.
That is huge. Yeah. And I said to you at the time when I saw that video, I said, crikey, how many of those kids would you have impassioned to do something else?
Well, we should talk to them. We should try to get someone. We should try to talk to them.
Definitely.
It does blow my mind. We've had people that have going on. They're currently working on Star Wars series, and they're VFX supervisors and that. And they were just doing a workshop with us, mucking around with plasticine and stuff.
At the age of, how old have they been? 7?
I think the ones. No. The one. I think Billy, who works here. I think he was 8 when we first met him, doing a workshop. But I feel like the people that are really working on Star Wars and stuff. I think we're meeting them at like 6th form level. Right. So 15 to 18, that kind of area. But really proud that we kind of had that kind of influence for them to go on and grab it and run.
For me, it's that thing of making kids aware that you can have a job. There are guys at your studio whose job it is to build things out of bricks as an adult job, and that is so exciting. Yeah. And I just think that's possible, and for these kids to know that kind of job exists in this creative field is hugely inspiring. Well, we hope you've enjoyed our first little cup of tea with A+C.
I've just about finished mine, so that's just about the right time.
To go. But we're going to be doing these on the regular, and so if you have any questions that you would like to pose Dan or any of our team, that could be about anything, it could be about anything technical, it could be about anything to do with the studio, please drop them in the comments underneath this and we will answer them in the next ones.
Great.
Yeah.
We did it,
Danny. Yes, thank you for joining us and we'll see you again.
See you soon.